There's a new power on the traitors, so here's what I would do had I been given the option to keep it for myself or give it to the faithfuls. Bottom line of it, if I was a traitor, I think this is too valuable a power to give away. Yes, it might look a little bit suspicious. Whoever has this power might be a traitor, but it's still just a might, and it could go either way. You could get the power because you're a faithful that they want to frame, or you could get the power because you're a traitor and want to keep it for yourself. And this season, especially, I think we've seen if the traitors try and make a blatant framing happen, it kind of then gets brushed aside. Stephen has looked suspicious, but then has barely been getting votes, and that's because they've been framing him, but not framing him. So I think based on the way that these faithfuls are playing this game, I'd be keeping the power to myself. But on top of that, there's only 8 of them left. 3 votes is easily enough to get rid of someone. Now, I don't think Rachel and Stephen will necessarily work together to get rid of someone here. I think it's still sensible to take that power and then wait and see what happens at the round table and only use it on the person that you think is still going to get the most votes. But as a protective measure, it really means that unless all the rest of them vote against you, you're probably going to be okay. And also, we're so late in the game now that the faithfuls can't risk getting this wrong purely because they're suspicious that this person has a power. They have to have concrete evidence. And sure, there's heat on Stephen, there's heat on Rachel, but there's also heat on all of the rest of them. Now, yeah, they could use this power as a way of framing someone, but I think we've seen that essentially, because it's a toss of the coin, are the traitors trying to frame someone or are they not? That you can't really use it as evidence. You just have to add it to the many things that are just theories. I'm keeping it for myself. Maybe it's silly, maybe it makes you suspicious, but in this game where everyone's suspicious, I'm keeping it for me. Also, as an aside, I can't remember if they said that they have to announce that they have this power before the round table, but if they don't, that's even more reason to keep it for yourself. It means people aren't looking in your direction all day because you have this spotlight on you. You can just lay low and then at the round table just say, I was keeping this quiet because I didn't want to sway people's opinions because I'm confused or whatever. I don't know. This is top of my head thoughts. If I had a night to think about it, I'd come up with something a bit better than that. But anyway, bottom line, I'm keeping it for myself. But out of all these contestants, who would you be giving it to? Let me know in the comments.